Good morning, everyone. My name is MightyStream, and I'm going to do your December the 24th, just for today, in a meditation. I'm brought to you by Hope Through Navigation, and this is our H.O.D recovery services. You can reach me at recoveryofhope21@gmail.com. Hope you're having a beautiful morning. We're in the flow of the stream, so we're going to do mighty things today, right? Okay. All right. The title of today's meditation is The Group. The 12th step of our personal program also says that we carry the message to the addict who still suffers. The group is the most powerful vehicle we have for carrying the message, and that is taken from the basic text, page 68. When we first come to Narcotics Anonymous meetings, we meet recovering addicts. We know they are addicts because they talk about the same experiences and feelings we've had. We know they are recovering because of their serenity. They've got something we want. We feel hope when other addicts share their recovery with us in NA meetings. The atmosphere of recovery attracts us to the meetings. That atmosphere is created when group members make a commitment to work together. We try to enhance the atmosphere of recovery by helping set up for meetings, greeting newcomers, and talking with other addicts after the meeting. These demonstrations of our commitment make our meetings attractive and help our group share their recovery. Sharing experience in meetings is one way in which we help one another, and it's often the foundation for our sense of belonging. We identify with other addicts, so we trust their message of hope. Many of us would not have stayed in Narcotics Anonymous without that sense of belonging and hope. When we share group meetings, we support our personal recovery while helping others. Just for today, I will reach out to another addict in my group and share my recovery. Let's take a moment of silence followed by the we version of the serenity prayer. Moment of silence now, please. Thank you. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Please and thank you. December 24th. So we're talking about the group. And we're talking about how our personal 12th step ends, right? A component of it that it ends with is that we try to carry the message to the addict who still suffers, right? That is one of the benefits of our spiritual program, is that we have a message now that is worth being carried and heard by others. And so we're able to discern that the group is the most powerful vehicle we have for carrying that message. I can do one-on-ones and carry the message, but when I'm in a meeting with the group, there is a atmosphere that is set, a tone for recovery that is set, and all of us play a part in that. I personally can add to that atmosphere or take away from it. Hopefully, if you're at the 12th step by now, or you have a sense of what it means, you're doing service, but also not just service on the wide scale of being a chairperson or the group treasurer or somehow involved on the area level in service, but just that level of service that people tend to overlook. And it's mentioned, right? It's mentioned in the second paragraph here when it says we help set up for meetings, we greet newcomers, and we talk with other addicts after the meeting. All of this is a part of what we can add to make the group in Narcotics Anonymous attractive. It's not about promotion. It's about whether or not what is going on in the group is attractive enough to draw the newcomer back to their second meeting and their third and their fourth. right? But if we're bickering and fussing and I made the coffee last week, it's your turn to make the, if we're doing that, the atmosphere can be distracting and we don't want to do that. So what are you personally doing to make the group more attractive where you're able to actually say, I contribute. I contribute. I don't take away. I contribute to the atmosphere of recovery. And in that, because the group is the most powerful vehicle, right, for carrying the message of recovery, in that, then the message is carried. It really doesn't matter if you ask me, it doesn't matter how large or how small of the contribution, because I've been to some meetings where they actually have a greeter or two that sit right at the door. And when people walk through the door, they hug them. There's been times when I walked in the meeting and it was uncomfortable for me to walk right through the door and have someone right there. But there's been other times when I needed that hug. Like I could barely even get to the meeting. And as soon as I got to the meeting, that was the first thing that I received. And it set the tone for the whole rest of the meeting. And that is just as powerful as the person that is chairing the meeting, knowing when to redirect someone's share because they are doing something that the group has decided that is not acceptable in our particular group, right? The autonomy of the group. So the chairperson has to have the strength and the ability and the wherewithal to maintain this atmosphere of recovery that is responsible for carrying the message to the addicts that still suffer. I hope that was pleasant for you. I've enjoyed your company and I will be talking to you tomorrow. You have a beautiful day on purpose.